guys enjoyed the event. Tune in to the Fightlete Report Show.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us on the most action-packed 2 hours on Chicagoland Sports Radio.com. Latina Epicina.
Hey.
My name is Motaz Oscar, and shout out to the Fightlete Report.
We are talking to, of course, UFC bantamweight Chris Guapo Gutierrez, who is fighting Vince Morales at UFC Fight Night Apex Saturday, May 30th in Las Vegas on ESPN, and train Factory X Muay Thai, Denver, Colorado, 14-3-1 defeated Geraldo De Freitas at UFC Fight Night Montevideo last year. And, of course, Guatemalan Fighter in UFC. I believe you're the only Guatemalan currently active in UFC.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, talk about it, because I know you probably are, chopping at the bit to get back in the cage. It's been a while since we've seen you perform under the bright lights of the UFC. And during the pandemic, what are some of the challenges that you must overcome to do this?
I think the biggest thing during this pandemic is to stay active, because a lot of the gyms closed. People are just afraid to really go outside and train, whether you're taking precaution or just, being just scared, honestly. I did the same thing. I took precaution. I wasn't out partying. I wasn't out going to people's houses. And I just stayed to myself. I just stayed close to some of my teammates. And we made a pact to we train every day amongst, the small group that we decided to keep, active. And because we did that, two of us got an opportunity. Me and Brandon Roy was another teammate who's fighting Tim Elliott. And because we stayed active, we stayed on top of it. That's why we get to participate in what we're doing.
That's cool. And obviously you guys kept it small. Were you able to utilize Factory X, or did you have an alternate location that you were able to utilize?
It's a secret. Can't say it.
Oh, okay. No worries. Talk about, of course, the win of Geraldo De Freitas in Montevideo. How do you think you overcame, obviously you were down in the first round. Your coaches said you were down after the first round, and you got the split decision.
Yeah. So I knew I was down the first round, because he got the takedown and he was pressuring. But I knew with his pressure was going to make him. His pressure was his own downfall, because he was pressuring so much. It was going to be easier for me to, make him run into things. And so later in the round, that's what we decided. We're like, well, we're just going to make him run into things. And, that was one of the plans. That was, plan B. So we were good at, adjusting to it. And we did that overall and walked away with the decision.
Excellent. So that was a good fight, obviously, and you definitely showed your skills in that one. Your mettle was tested. You came out on top. So you have Vince Morales now. He's 9-4. From what you've seen of him, how do you feel about this fight? You feel like this is a guy that's going to bring you to fight. Who's going to obviously engage you in the areas that you're strong, and you're able to display everything that you've been working on.
I mean, every fight, whether you're in the UFC or not, it's an important fight, and it's the strongest fight. So I'm not taking Vince easy, and I'm sure he's not taking me easy either. So I'm going in there training like he's a world champion, and that's the way I fight everybody. I think they're the world champion. I think they're better than me in every aspect of it, and I'm afraid. So ultimately, that fear makes me go in there and deliver.
Absolutely. And do you also train at Factory X Muay Thai? You've trained with Mark Montoya for the past couple of years. Other coaching staff, how do you feel they've elevated your skills specifically?
Oh, so much, man. There's so much little details that he's helped me with, and just other teammates, that they're really good at just the little things of it, adjusting to certain things, certain tactics. And so now that I see that, I'm like, man, I can just add. I've just been adding tools into my toolbox, and every now and then I pull one out, and I have something, versus just doing what I normally do. Now I can do what I do, and then every now and then throw a little wrench in there and just throw them off a little bit.
The progress you've made has been invaluable. Like it's really valuable to you, the amount of progress you made in such a short time there.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Because you got to, man. It's just a room full of killers, and man, the first couple months were rough, man, and it's still rough. It's still rough. I get tested every day, so and I do the same thing. I test them, and every day back and forth. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
Definitely. And Factory X Muay Thai, you guys have had a lot of success. I know you guys still looking for that UFC belt to put on your mantle, in the gym. But however, you guys have amassed so many amount of wins that you guys are one of the winningest gyms in the past year.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, man. That title would solidify a lot of things, but the title doesn't make you who it just doesn't make you who you are. We're taking it we're
Sure.
taking it one day by day at a time, and eventually we'll get there. We will get there.
And Mark Montoya, he also cornered your teammate Anthony Lionheart Smith. Of course, he was stopped in the fifth round. I know prior to that, there's criticism over not throwing in the towel, answering the bell by his corner. We know Anthony Smith said that this is what he wanted. He didn't want that fight to be stopped, and obviously his coaches would face repercussions from him if they did it. So, how did you feel about that decision?
I feel like it was the right decision. You the thing is, I've answered this question several times already. If Anthony Smith would have came back and won that fight, this wouldn't even be a topic.
Right.
Actually, our coach Mark Montoya would be glorified. They would be, oh, he's the greatest coach in the world. You can't make everyone happy. If you win, if you become a champion, they're still going to criticize you. If you lose, you're still going to get criticized. So at the end of the day, you have to go in there and do what you do. Don't worry about the
Sure.
fans. Because at the end of the day, your job is to win. That's it.
Are you feeling safe with the precautions for the UFC events? Having no fans attendance affect you?
Well, what do the fans do to me? Nothing. They don't fight me. I don't fight the crowd of fans. It's just me
Sure.
and Vince. At the
Hmm.
end of the day, it's just me and my opponent. That's it. If there's no one else, I don't give a damn if there was 50,000 fans, 200,000, or none. At the end of the day, they're booing or they're hollering, they're applauding. That shit does nothing to me. Nothing.
Definitely.
So at the end
And
of the day, it's just
also,
fight.
yeah, and then with the safety precautions, there was one fighter that tested positive, so the odds were looking really good from the previous UFC events. So how do you feel about your safety and your health with their precautions?
I mean, they're doing everything by the book. They're trying to keep fighters safe, but at the same time, I think the UFC is making history. The only entertainment, only professional athlete entertainment right now, worldwide. So it's nice to be part of that history. It's nice to be a part of a gym that is doing the history, and it's nice to be it's a good feeling to be a part of an organization that's making history.
Definitely. And do you have a message for all the Guatemalan fans? You know what I mean? Back in your home country, Guatemala, and the fans that we support you. Although they're not going to be there in person, you'll be feeling their presence somehow.
Exactly. I mean, to all my Guatemalans and Colombians, and South America, and these Latinos, I feel everything. I feel all the good vibes going into the fight. I have a lot of good faith in what I'm, what um, I have a lot of good faith in my technique and what I've been taught, and I'm confident in myself. You know.
Definitely. And how do you feel like you're going to get everyone at home on their feet after your performance?
Yeah, I mean, just doing what I do, just doing what I do,
Mhm.
letting shit go and mixing it up, and I'm gonna have fun, man. I'm gonna have fun. It's gonna be. I'm excited, man. It's been 7, 8 months. It's been a long road. I'm here. I'm back. I'm healthy. Um, my recovery went well. I had the best doctors work on me. I had the best physical therapy. you know. And then I did my own studying and I did my own research. I learned so much about my body. I let my body heal. I let my body and I let my mental heal too. And man, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Definitely. It's going to be an exciting fight. Everybody take out El Guapo. Chris Gutierrez against Vince Morales. Make sure to check it out. UFC Fight Night Apex on ESPN. And make sure to check it out on ESPN May 30th this Saturday. We appreciate you taking time to be on the show. And anyone you'd like to thank or anything you'd like to plug, go ahead.
Yeah, man. All my Latinos, Latinas, you know, tune in. ESPN Plus next Saturday, May 30th. Um, you know, Iridium Sports Agency, my management team, my team, Factory X, all my teammates, my family, my friends, everybody, all my loved ones, you know, tune in. I want to feel those good vibes on my way in there. And of course, everyone stay safe.
Excellent, Chris Gutierrez. A pleasure to have you on for the Fight Report, of course. And thank you for putting on entertainment, you know, going on there and competing during these rough times. We all, I'm sure, speaking for all the fans, we all appreciate you doing that. And best of luck come Saturday night.
Thank you. And one last thing to my son, Adrian, I love you.
Awesome. Take care, brother. I'll see you
Thank you,
soon.
man.